Alright, so in the last video, we talked about creating another class, two classes actually, and of course, making modifications to the variables. We are adding access modifiers, and we're going to use those access modifiers and expose the fields using various methods. And that is known as encapsulation. Encapsulation is one of the biggest pillars in object-oriented programming. It is one of the most important ones. However, inheritance will be very more important in understanding the rest of the two pillars of object-oriented programming. Today, we're focusing on inheritance and polymorphism. So essentially, what is inheritance? Inheritance is creating a new class, essentially. Inheritance is the relationship between a class and its subclass. Yeah, so let's go on and create a new class right here. Let's say we have a vehicle, and today we're going to show you how inheritance will play a role. So, of course, I will have to create another class as well. But let's just assume a vehicle has some properties. So, private int year. Year is short for make. And then we have private string. We have private string brand. And then we have the color, obviously, the string color, and then we have the double cost. And I believe that should be all of the... Hold on, I don't think all the vehicles have brands, so I'm just gonna go ahead and... All vehicles don't have brands, so I'm just going to exclude it right now. And then we're just going to do public vehicle. And then we're going to add into year string color double cost, and that's very much all. And now we just do this dot year is year, this dot color is color, and this dot cost is equivalent to cost. And now of course we have the constructor here. So of course I'm just going to add in a no argument constructor so that this will be a default. Or actually, let's just remove this, or comment this, since we don't actually need it here, but we can just add the getter methods here. So public int get year, we can choose to set the year as well, return year, except we can't actually set the year, so public string get color, then simply we return the color, and then we're going to do the same for the cost, public double get cost, and then we return the cost. Now, when it comes to adding getters and setters, we have to make sure that the cost and the color are only changeable. So that's how we can only change these properties. We only want to change color and cost, so we add setter methods for those fields only. So public void set color. And then this will take in a parameter called color as well. And then we do this dot color equals color. And this is the exact same line as how we define color in our constructor. So, in addition, we want to do the same for cost. And this will be double cost. This dot cost is going to be equivalent to cost. Additionally, and that's very much all we have here. Now we need a toString. And of course, the toString is very important because the toString will override the toString method in the object method. And again, Java is case sensitive, so make sure you get the case right, because even if you do the capital T, you will get a hash code if you try to print the whole instance, a whole vehicle instance. So instead, what you should do is to redefine the toString and return your own stuff. Now we're going to return the color, actually the year first, plus this year, plus \n, color. Then we do this color, plus \n, and then we got cost. And then plus this cost. Easy. And now, of course, we're just going to go ahead and test this out. So we're going to add in a main and then of course make a new vehicle object, vehicle v equals new vehicle, with, let's just say what properties we have. So we have a year, the year is 2005, the color is, well actually think about it, we may need a type, we may need a type I guess, so private string type. So now, okay, so string type. Okay, this dot type is type here. Now we just add this dot type \n type, and then we just do this dot type, and that's how we add here. So let's say we add a new car with a string, I should say. The color is actually going to be green, and then of course the cost will be around $230, and then here we go. And now we want to display the value of v. And now we're just gonna go ahead and run this class here. So as you see, the program is building, and as you see, we get everything. So what is inheritance? We want to get into the concept of inheritance. We're going to create a new class that is related to a vehicle. Such example will be a car. Let's say we want a car class. So we have a car class, and we could just copy all of these fields, but that will not be very efficient, as of course there will be tons of redundancy, especially if these two things are related. In order to reduce the redundancy, we use the keyword extends, and then we have use the keyword extends, and then of course we do the class name, which is vehicle. And then of course we get an error here because there's no default constructor available in chapter 04 vehicle. So therefore we must define a explicit constructor. So we do public car with new properties here. So I did mention the type here. We're not going to mention the type since obviously the vehicle type will be car. But we're still going to involve year, color, and cost. So int year, string color, and double cost. And then of course what we want to do to gain all the properties from the superclass, what we want to end up doing is use the super keyword. And then this will be year, color, cost, and then car will go in there. And let's just test it right now. So if we make another main, then we should end up making a new car object. So we do car c equals new car, and then what we want to do is put the year 2005, and then we have color green, and then we have like 230, and that's obviously the same thing we did earlier. Now if we print out car, hold on, I think it's C, yeah, we called it C, so therefore this should print out the toString here. So since the class car extends the vehicle, all the methods that are public or fields that are public are inherited to the car class. So that's why it's printing the toString of the vehicle class without having a toString in the car class. But honestly, what if you want another field? So we have a private string brand. All of these vehicles have brands. So now let's just go on and do this dot brand equals brand, and of course we need another brand as well, so string brand, and that will actually change the main method declaration here as well. So we need a brand. Let's say Lexus here, and what we should actually do is that we want to change the toString because all we're doing is printing the year, color, cost, and type. Additionally, we want the car to print out the brand as well. So we do public string toString. And then we return the previous toString. If we want to return all the properties of the toString, we use the super keyword to refer to the superclass. But yeah, we use super.toString plus, and then \n brand, and then plus this.brand. Here we go. And now let's just go ahead and print out C, and there we go. We should get a string representation of the car, which includes the brand as well. There we go. Now, let's say you want a make sound method. Of course, this is not really related to the composition of the car, but to explain polymorphism now. Polymorphism is basically using the same method in a subclass or superclass, and the method body is really different. So let's say the vehicle makes sound is right there. Public void make sound. And then system out print line. Print line, let's just say I am a vehicle. I can make any sound. And a car can say vroom, vroom. So public, vroom, a car will say vroom basically, yeah. And now we do make sound. We do public void make sound. And then we just return, system out print line vroom. And as you see, we see another override message. As you see, the make sound method overrides the vehicle make sound. So we're going to make a new vehicle just to show that these two methods can provide different values here. Alright, so now we can just go on. Let's say I have a year. Let's do like 2010. Then let's just say we have a color, yellow. Then the cost is $68. And then the type is going to be F-type, I guess truck. So we want to print out C. Actually, since C is a void method, C.makeSound, and then we want to do V.makeSound. And they're all the same methods, which have the same return type, but what they actually produce are actually very different. And that is essentially polymorphism. And essentially what we were doing right now is we were actually overriding the toString in the vehicle class as well by using public string toString, the exact same method in here as well. And exactly, we have been overriding the method in the vehicle class. Yeah. Basically, we've been overriding the method in the vehicle class that was produced by the object class, and we overrid the toString method in the car class that was produced by the vehicle class by adding more properties to it. And that is simply how inheritance in polymorphism works. The final pillar that we're going to discuss is abstraction, which basically includes being able to create an object or being able to not create an object. There are many other ways. So anyway guys, if you enjoyed, thank you for watching this video, and of course, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you find this information very useful. And of course, see you in episode 5, where we talk about abstraction, interfaces, and I guess enums as well. So, see you later.